Hello and welcome to The Good, the Bad and the Juicy. This is a workout series in which I give detailed explanations behind the workouts, and this week we're having a leg workout, and it's been a while since we've had one on the channel, so without further ado let's just get straight into it, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. The first exercise we did was the squats. The squats is the base exercise for all leg workouts. You should be doing squats. Unless you have a serious critical knee injury, you should be doing squats. And I hear a lot of people say, oh, I've hurt my knees, I have knee problems, I can't squat, so I just don't do legs, or I just do leg press, I just do, lunges, whatever. If your knee is not seriously injured, you can do squats. You're just making excuses because they're scary. I admit they're scary. I get scared if I have a lot of weight on the bar. It's probably the scariest exercise because the weight's on your back, it will just crush you. Obviously you can just chuck the weight off or just not fail the rep, but there you go. So unless you have a serious knee injury, there's no excuse not to be squatting. And the other excuse I hear all the time is, oh, I'll do squats, but I'll just do light weights and I'll do lots of reps. It's pointless. What's the point? You might as well just stop going to the gym. Simple as that, to be honest. So we did a couple of warm-up sets, like 2 on the bar, 1 on 60, as you can see. The main thing to do is just to have the bar on your back, lock it in, depending on whether you want to do a high bar or low bar. That's not really a concern for me. Squat to parallel. I don't do ass to grass because I just feel like it's going too low. I've lost the contraction. What's the point? So I go to parallel. I have chucked in a couple of different angles here. I didn't actually have a camera person this video, so they're all a bit stiff. Just fixed angles. So I did chuck a couple in so you can see that, because when I was looking at myself in the mirror, it looks like parallel. However, from certain angles, it doesn't look like parallel. So I chucked in a front-facing one so you can see the depth. On the penultimate set, I did skimp out a little bit on the depth because I literally could not get low enough and get back up again. So the next set I dropped the weight down to 100 kilos and just finished it off properly. I like to wear a belt, as you can see me putting on, just to keep my back tight. It just keeps the pressure off my lower back. It's a bit of a psychological thing really, because that's really what squats are. It's all psychological. If you think you can do it, you can do it. And with a little bit of a belt on, I feel like I'm stronger. Hence I lift more. What else is there? Sit back as if you're sitting on a box. I'll show you some box squats in the next leg day video probably. So just imagine you're going all the way down to sit on the end of a step or a toilet or something like that, something of that sort of level. And that's just the best way to sort of imagine yourself sitting back to get the full leg contraction. So, did a 5x5 on this. I do like 5x5 for compounds. And that was the first exercise.
Visible from your look, will you find me soon? Trapped in the darkness, lost in the night, so far away, out of sight. Discover and release my love somehow. My questions need your answer, give them to me now. Pain inside is way too much, just want to hold you and feel your touch. But you can see me, pull me out of here. Feels like I'm drowning, invisible. 'Cause you can see me in the shadows of my fear. Feels like I'm drowning, invisible. Spinning Wish you can see me, pull me out of here. Feels like I'm drowning, invisible. Cause you can see me in the shadows of my fear. Feels like I'm drowning,
The second exercise that we did was the leg press. I just sort of went up as many plates as I can. I think it weighs about 80 by itself, and we ended up chucking about 6 plates on today inside. So over 300 kilos, the weight's not really important. The way I think of it is if you can do 10 reps on the leg press, doesn't matter if they're easy or hard, if you can do 10 reps at least, you can stick another plate on each side, to be honest. There's lots of different variations of this machine. You see a lot of cable ones which are sort of like a flat, and then you're pushing against it that way rather than an elevated one. The elevated is far superior just because of the way your leg bends back. You get a much better contraction, and it's a much more natural range of motion. And as you can see, my foot placement, I have my feet high and in the top left and right hand corner rather than in the middle, so that by having them up here you get more hamstring activation. Because I've just done squats, my hamstrings are sort of the secondary muscle being worked and the quads are the main ones. So by doing this, it sort of switches the balance over, and when it comes down you get your knees come to the other sides of you, and that's when you get the really good contraction, and it feels a lot better than doing, I don't know, 2 feet here. And by having them here, you're working more the outer sweep of the quad, and the further out you move, the more of the inner quad that you're working. But by coming up nice and wide on the outside, you're getting the full leg involved, and that is the best way to do a leg press. So you may notice I'm wearing slightly different clothes in this clip. That's because I had to quickly just go and record it a minute ago, because it was too busy to record the day I did my leg workout. So the things to remember with a leg extension are: don't swing the weight, don't lock your knees out at the top, and squeeze slowly the whole way through. I saw about a 40-year-old man the other day swing it like it was a cross trainer, like he was doing cardio. He was going so fast, locking his knees out the top, smashing his knees, and afterwards he's just rubbing his knees going, oh, my knees. Well, there's your answer. Don't do it, you know. Simple as that. We then went on to Romanian deadlifts, which is also known as stiff-legged deadlifts. The way to do these is to have a slight bend in the knees, because if they're completely locked out, you're going to hurt your knees. Double overhand grip. And this is the main thing, is not until you hit the floor, it's until you feel a really tight stretch on the hamstrings. Some people it might be touching the floor, for other people it might be lower than that. You might need to elevate yourself on a little platform and go a little bit lower. However, some people, you don't need to go all the way to the floor even, and if you do, you're overextending, you're hyperextending, you're going to hurt yourself. 10 reps, we're not maxing out, we're getting a good squeeze. And if you're going too heavy and you're trying to get like 4 reps, 6 reps, etc., you're just going to injure your lower back, because it's in a really sort of critical position there, and you can injure yourself, so don't go crazy on the weights. The next exercise, and the final exercise, was just calf raises. You have to get a bit of carbs in there. You don't want to look like Matt. So we don't have a calf machine. I wish we did, but we don't. So instead of moaning about it, I just get on with it. We're going to do some barbell calf raises. I've got a little platform just to elevate myself so I can get, so this is my foot. Just doing that is working the back of the calf, but actually bringing my heel down is working the whole front of the calf. Where the shin is, there's also another muscle running down the front there, so we're getting the full activation there. And we're just scraping the rack. The rack's already lost the paint. We're not making any damage, you know what I mean, so it's no problem. And we're just doing high reps, because the same with the forearms, they're a constant use through our daily lives. So that's the end of the video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any sort of other workouts or body parts you'd like me to go through. Real Talk will be back soon. We're also going to be having 2 videos a week from very soon, because exams are nearly done, so bear with me, and subscribe and like and share and tell your nan.